All right, everybody, welcome back to The Movement. My name is Courtney McManus, one of your co-hosts here.
It is your friendly neighborhood moose coming at you live. We got someone.
I'm here, baby.
We got someone.
We got Joe Barnes in the building, guys.
How we doing? How we doing?
Joey Barnes. Tell him how you living.
Listen, I am living. I'm honored to be on the show, even though I had to, force myself on here. But thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Joe had to really fit us into his crazy schedule. But
Joe's got a
thank
crazy
you.
schedule.
Thanks for being here. We told you guys that it was going to be someone you know, and I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure you guys all know Barnes.
This is
Joey
huge.
Barnes.
This is huge.
It's actually 2 guests we've named our Joey, so that's pretty cool.
That's
2 in a row.
true.
2 in a row.
It is two in a row. So we have Joey on set today because Joey is actually he was a first-time home buyer. He bought a home with us. What month was that?
Last July we closed.
Last July, Joe
Almost a year
closed.
in.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Almost a year in. So last July we closed on Joe's first home. He was a first-time home buyer, first-time investor, first-time landlord. Hell yeah! Woo!
Let's go through that, huh?
It's going great.
What made you want to buy a 2-family home?
So I've been talking about this. Me and Sean, actually, we're business partners. We've been talking
Shout
about
out to Sean.
Yeah, shout out to Sean. He's too nervous to be in front of the camera. We've been talking about it for a while. It's something that hopefully is just the beginning. Mm-hmm. We want to have many houses all over, mostly multifamily. It's an investment. And also, I needed to get out of my parents' attic.
Feel that.
So it's a win-win. But it's exciting and it's also very frustrating.
Yeah.
But we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeah. So Joey came to us it was a little bit before July, but we made moves pretty quick on that multifamily, and I'll just tell you a little bit about it. Do you mind if I tell you where the purchase happened? Go for it, man. It's in West Haven. West Haven right now for the multifamily market is pretty hot.
It is.
So you took it upon yourself to really, really engage and make it happen. One of the things that I really adore about you, Joey, is is that when you let us not take over, but you trusted your realtors to really kind of guide you and lead the way there.
Yeah, I definitely had some faith in you guys. You got a good recommendation from Nick over there.
Shout out to Fabian.
But I honestly I didn't know what I was doing. So you guys, you've been doing it for a while, and I've seen you on social media and whatnot. So I kind of figured I'd let you guys take the wheel, and it worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out so well that Joe's actually getting his real estate license.
Boom shakalaka.
Yes, shout out to Donna, actually.
Yeah, Donna DiLiento. What a girl.
Wow, thank God I didn't know her last name. Thank God you did.
She's a man. She's a mom.
She's a sweetheart.
So did anything happen throughout the deal that you maybe weren't expecting? Were you expecting it to be a lot easier? Were you expecting it to be a lot more complicated?
It, for the most part, went pretty smooth, I think. There were a couple things with the
inspection.
With the inspection, the hot water wasn't working for a little bit, even though they were brand new hot water heaters.
Yep.
Just a few setbacks, but other than that,
a couple setbacks here and there.
What else?
Well,
refresh my memory.
Yeah, I think that was just about it. There was a couple different, or the beams. Remember the beams in the basement where it was an issue too. They had to reinforce
the beams.
But just to go along line with that, again, that property had multiple offers on it. Multiple offers. And we ended up coming on top because we put out the best offer. And it wasn't necessarily the highest offer, but it was the best offer. We had some really good terms on there. I talked you up a lot to the selling and the listing agent as well. So they knew that you were serious about it. And again, that plays into even what we said, I think, in the last episode, where, you got to reach out to the agents. You got to make sure that the listing agent really knows who your buyer is when it comes down to how serious it is too. And you guys were serious.
Yeah, we were very aggressive. Do you remember the showing we went to?
Yeah.
And there was like 3 other families.
Oh yeah.
It made me nervous, but remember that sketchy. The other agent, he was he locked us out.
Yeah.
He locked you guys out of the house.
Oh man.
He wouldn't give you the key or something. Yeah. It was really weird.
Literally didn't give us a key.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah, no, we had to wait for them to finish the showing, which is just so strange too because
it was our time. I thought it was our time.
It was definitely our time, man. Maybe I was being a little early, but But I think, again, like I said, it's you gotta take it upon yourself to really get up in there. So you did that, Joey.
Now, I don't want to get too personal, but first-time home buyers, what kind of loan did you guys use?
FHA.
FHA loan. Okay, so 3.5% down?
3.5%.
Only 3.5% down to own a 2-family home in less than 30 days. That's a crazy thing for people to consider, because I think a lot of people think, especially when you're getting into multifamilies, they really think that they need to put that 20% down. So it's just kind of a good way to show people that it's not that much money out of pocket to own your own property.
Yeah, that's something I've talked to a lot of people about. They're like, how do you dish out all this money? And honestly, it wasn't that much out of pocket, which I wasn't really aware of either. So that was good. We were able to keep some money, but
okay. Now, how long after you moved in did you get your tenant downstairs?
all right. We closed in July.
Yep.
So she moved in on September 10th.
Now, where did you find your tenant?
How did you find your tenant, actually?
You guys were waiting for this part, weren't you?
Well, I think it's really important for people to know, because a lot of people are like, I want to be an investor, I want to buy properties, I want to be a landlord, and they don't realize that you need to do your homework, you need to do your research. You're going to sometimes learn the hard way if you don't really vet these people.
Listen up, folks. Let your realtor help you find a tenant. I was very cocky. Me and Sean, and you had reached out to me and you said, hey, let me know if you want.
Yeah.
You know,
well, maybe cocky isn't the best word. Confident is probably a better way to put it.
Gosh.
There's nothing wrong with trying to, or feeling like you can try to find a tenant.
I was like, I got this. I don't need no help.
I ain't gonna pay them a whole month.
So we listed it. We listed it on Zillow. We listed it on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
I called UNH at one point, and they had hooked me up with a website that they're partnered with for student housing, which was what I really wanted to do. We ended up finding our tenant now on Zillow.
Okay.
Seemed like a nice lady at the time.
They always do. That's the worst part, is there's no red flags usually ever. Until you ask for the paperwork, Joe!
So just to reemphasize this, when it comes down to a application, let's say for a rental, you are screening them with a background check that we would pay for as realtors, a credit check system that we pay for as realtors, along with any other information too, copies of their licenses and things like that. How did you go about screening your tenant, Joey?
So I didn't go with my realtor.
Well, that's fine, but
we had an application process. I don't think it was very extensive. It was just something we got offline.
Where'd you get your lease from?
Offline.
Online?
We just kind of tweaked it to fit us. My cousin owns a couple properties. He was helping me a little bit with it.
So your cousin should have told you.
He did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
He did.
Is
Yeah.
that cocky confident coming out right now?
Anyways, so yeah, we had a application process. I did not do a background check. I didn't think it was.
How many applications did you get on your property? Did you get a lot?
I showed about 10 families.
Okay.
Wow.
Which I thought was pretty cool. None of them were very appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were people that were trying to have 4 or 5 adults in the house, and it's a decent sized apartment. It's 3 bedrooms.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The 3rd bedroom is very tight.
Yeah.
And people didn't care. They would call me and they'd be like, "Hey, we want to come check it out." And I'm like, "Okay, what do you got?" They're like, "It's me, my sister, my brother, my mother, and 14 kids." And I was like, "Well, I don't know if that's enough room." But I showed like 10 people. We probably had like 4 or 5 actually go through with the application process.
Okay.
Mind you, we closed on the 31st of July.
Yeah.
And which we thought we were going to have another month off of payments.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was on the 31st, our first payment was on September 1st.
Okay.
So that was another thing. We were like, we got to get somebody in here. Because, I mean, we had the money, but we didn't want to take it out of pocket.
Right.
And, looking back now, I'm kicking myself in the ass. But...
so very, very long story short, Joe ended up having to go through an eviction process with his tenant because...
That's what we were getting at.
That's what we were getting at is Joe's tenant never ended up... Did she ever pay you, like, once?
She made the original payment with the security deposit and one payment. October, she paid me on, mind you, on the 10th day, I think like the 23rd hour of the day, we got the payment. So she avoided the late fees then. So good for her. But that was the last payment we've received, and now it's been a
February.
Yes, and we're still in the midst of it. I don't even know. I have no idea when it's gonna be complete, when she's gonna be out. We have court actually on the 13th next week.
So this is a horror story essentially. That doesn't happen. I wouldn't say often, but as long as you take the necessary steps to employ. All right, people, then you know what? This probably wouldn't happen. But also, at the end of the day, it can happen. So you just have to be very careful.
It's a learning curve. Luckily, we're young enough where we can make mistakes like that and learn from them, and we still have plenty of opportunity to do it the right way down the road.
Absolutely.
So it's something that sucks right now, but I think a year from now we'll be laughing about this.
We're laughing about it right now.
I'm already laughing. I have no choice but to laugh about it.
That's the thing.
I will say. Listen to me, people. Let your realtor help you find a freaking tenant.
Now, is it deterring you from necessarily purchasing another property?
The only thing that's deterring me at the moment is cash flow.
Yeah.
So yes, in that sense, it's almost I was talking to Jay before. It's almost a $12,000 turnaround at this point. I mean, instead of $6,000 coming in from her, it's coming out of my bank account. Which hurts. I mean, it hurts anybody. I don't care who you are. So we were hoping by now, and you know this, we were hoping to have another house.
Absolutely.
But you know what? And like you guys said, it's a learning experience. It will never. The vetting process will be much more.
We'll be here for you, Joe.
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to need your help until I get my own license, then I'll be good, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's ready to get his license, and now he's going to buy a house by himself. He's also going to join the Make Moves team. So, ready to plug.
Woo! You heard it here first, folks. We got that on camera, just so you know.
Yeah. Can we delete that? No. But again, like I said, it seems like it's not deterring you, at least from jumping into the field of real estate. It's not deterring you. In fact, it probably is making you want to do even a little bit more, would you say?
It's a driving factor at this point, for sure. It sucks that it had to go this way, and it was first house, first month.
But don't be afraid, people. Don't be afraid to jump in and take a risk, because there is definitely a reward at the end of there.
Yeah, I got time. It's not even the first year.
Absolutely.
We'll get her out, and we'll start over.
Joey is not just a investor; he's an entrepreneur as well.
He is.
Shout out to Boozy Boutique.
Boozy Boutique, baby.
It's a bar catering service, a luxury bar catering service if you must. You're hosting a private event, whether it's a showing or whatnot. We'll set up our custom bar. We'll make you some custom cocktails, and basically what we do is we bring the party to you.
Hell yeah, I like it.
And who doesn't like to drink?
Get you all
like
boozy.
Boozy Boutique CT.
Where can they find you on social media anywhere?
Yes, Instagram.
What's your is that your
That's
Instagram
it.
handle?
That's my handle.
Hell
What's
yeah.
your other handle for your personal Instagram?
Oh yeah, where can we
ladies out there?
Yeah.
J_B_rare scotch.
This one's going viral, so you might want to get ready.
I just gained a bunch of followers.
It's happening right now.
We're going to make sure we add his Instagram handle in the bio for anyone who missed it. But thank you guys all so much for tuning into this week's episode with special star guest Joe Barnes.
Woo! Barnes.
Tell your friends and family if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or just vent. Moose and I are there for you.
Bow, bow, bow. Till next week, friends.
Catch us on Instagram at Movement Podcast CT. See you there. Deuces.